I want to get your thoughts away from the politics of this, just the economics of it. What is the damage to Australia of the steel and aluminium tariff? And if that is not severe, what are the fears of broader tariffs, perhaps touching on some of our agricultural exports?
Yeah, so people are making a big deal about these tariffs on Australian steel and aluminium going to the U.S. But if you look at what fraction of our exports to the United States or our exports in general, those exports account for, it's quite small. Something like 10% of the maybe 11% of our total exports are going to the U.S. in the form of steel and aluminium. So it's not much. We export a lot of services, financial services, and of course, as you say, agricultural products like meat and other things that grow in our beautiful country. So that actually, the impact I don't see as being severe, particularly because we have another obvious market for our steel and aluminium. And what's that? China, zero import tariff China. So as long as that keeps going, and of course, we've had some rockiness in the real estate sector in China in the last couple of years, and people were predicting quite a large tanking and continuing tanking. Doesn't seem to be quite as bad as some were predicting. So if that market continues to go, I mean, that is the market that is much more likely to impact Australia's quality of life than tariffs from the US.
Just stay there, because while we've been speaking, Anthony Albanese has been giving a media conference in Perth this afternoon, and we haven't been able to bring it to you live, but here's what he had to say about the latest increase in electricity prices.
The Australia is not separate from world movements. And what we've seen is substantial world movements in energy prices as a direct result of the long tail of COVID and supply chain issues, but also of the Russian invasion of Ukraine. That has seen enormous spikes.
Gigi Foster, he's blaming our electricity prices on global factors. Your assessment?
Australia has a get-out-of-jail-free card, which is that we're sitting on huge gas reserves. Why aren't we using them? That's it.
Yes, pretty straightforward question, and the answer is nobody knows. Thanks for joining us, Gigi. I appreciate it. Gigi Foster, the economics professor at the University of New South Wales.